conquered Europe. He shattered empires. He rewrote the rules of war. But there was one battle Napoleon Bonaparte never won. Love. This is not a romance story. This is the true story of how love weakened the most powerful man in history. Welcome to History's Echo, the channel where history isn't just remembered, it's felt. Here, we don't tell fairy tales. We expose the emotions, ambition, desire, and mistakes that shaped the world you live in today. Because the past never dies, it echoes. Napoleon Bonaparte rose from obscurity to absolute power faster than any man in European history. Born without wealth, without royal blood, without privilege. He built an empire through discipline, intelligence, and relentless ambition. On the battlefield, Napoleon was emotionless, cold, calculated, surgical, but off the battlefield. He was dangerously human, and that vulnerability had a name: Josephine de Beauharnais. She was older, experienced, socially connected, everything Napoleon was not. When they met in Paris, Napoleon was a rising general. Josephine was already part of elite society. He fell instantly, and unlike war, love made him reckless. Napoleon wrote Josephine letters obsessively, sometimes multiple in a single day. His words revealed desperation, insecurity, and fear of abandonment. Meanwhile, Josephine lived freely. She enjoyed luxury, attention, and independence. She cheated. Napoleon knew. And yet, he couldn't let go. This imbalance was deadly. Because history proves a brutal rule. When a ruler loses emotional control, power follows. As Napoleon marched across Europe, Italy, Austria, Egypt, Josephine stayed behind in Paris, spending money, hosting parties, shaping influence. She became a symbol of status. Napoleon became dependent on her validation. Even as emperor, crowned in gold, commanding millions, he feared losing one woman more than losing a war. But there was a problem Josephine could not fix. She could not give him an heir. For an emperor, legacy is survival. Without a son, Napoleon's empire was temporary. And so, in the most painful decision of his life, Napoleon divorced the woman he loved. Not because love died, but because power demanded sacrifice. Josephine kept the palaces, the wealth, the title. Napoleon kept the crown. But something essential broke. After Josephine, Napoleon was never the same. He became impatient, overconfident, or isolated. He invaded Russia, against advice, against logic, against history. It was a disaster. Winter destroyed his army. Europe rebelled. His empire collapsed. Napoleon died in exile. Josephine died years earlier. Still loved, still remembered. And history learned a timeless lesson. The greatest weakness of powerful men is not enemies. It's emotion. Empires fall for many reasons: greed, war, betrayal. But sometimes, they fall because the heart overrides the mind. This is history's echo, where love leaves scars, and power always pays a price.